This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, you are watching the Cadillac Cheer Squad, coached by Nikki Nichols. We want to shout out to those girls. Abby Richards, Sierra Weaver, Kelsey Reed, Darby Hyde, Megan Weston, Abby Voorhees, Alex Kitzman, Riley Hiltz, Sydney Duncan, Sky Schwab, Abby Boyer, Paige Oliver, and Emily Fox, and hopefully we can get them back on camera at another moment during play here. Jason, big third quarter by the Vikings right there as they outscore Petoskey by 9.
Big defensively more than anything. They held Petoskey to 4 points that quarter, and you're talking about a team that's scoring 77, 70, 66 points a game, and they held them to 4 points.
Vikings
that
have
quarter.
switched up their defense. They have gone to an odd front zone right here, and Petoskey looked a little puzzled by it and turned it over.
Yep, good play by Tip there to get the steal, and this is where Cadillac's up by 13, and they had a game earlier this year against Big Rapids where they blew a fairly large lead in the second half. So
we got a quick foul right there on the Vikings. Looked like Petoskey maybe had jumped into a little bit of a man down by 13. You kind of expect them to do that. A little bit of a quick shot by the Vikings right there.
Hopefully they learned their lesson from the Big Rapids game that ball control and taking care of it's going to win the game for them.
So back to the man defense for the Vikings, just that one possession with zone. This is man with the ball. He is guarded by Brooks. He steps through, kicks it underneath. Quick basket by Dan Culp.
So Petoskey comes out in a little, looks like a full court man.
This is Benson. He finds Maddox. Maddox with a quick dish over. I think that pass or that shot was deflected from behind. Back comes Petoskey. Man with the ball. Goes across court to that's number 42, Spetafor.
Good steal by Kale there.
Gets his hand in the right place at the right time. Maddox Hoagland does a wise thing. Pulls it out, finds Mickelson. His shot is a little bit off.
And that's the thing that's going to hurt Cadillac is they come down and in 4 seconds they fire up a three that doesn't go in. Petoskey gets the ball right back.
Man is going to look inside, and that ball is deflected. Let's see. It looks like 40 gets that. Whitmore real quick. He finds Culp. He's at the elbow area, guarded by Benson. Again, the big size differential, but Cooper's done a great job and gets that board.
Cooper's got a nice job. He's got 5 big rebounds tonight. It seems like every one he gets is a big one.
So Petoskey's out in that man, trailing by
down by
11 points.
Yeah. 26 points going into the fourth. I'm sure they were not expecting that. But Cadillac's done a good job on defense.
We've got a foul somewhere inside here. It looks like against Petoskey.
Looks like number 44, Jacob Lee gets that foul, and that's going to, 42. Betafor's in there.
Well, we're getting the ball in bounds. We want to make sure and thank our sponsors tonight. Our presenting sponsor, Cadillac Castings, along with our other sponsors, Cadillac Tire, Napa, with their locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and in Big Rapids. Assist to Sell, and Pizza Plus. Turnover by the Vikings off of that offensive rebound. Back come Petoskey.
Yeah, Cadillac did a good job. They got a good look at a three-pointer, but missed it. Maddox got a rebound and then unfortunately turned it back over to him.
As Whitmore drove to the basket, does a little head fake hesitation and draws a foul, fourth foul right there on Vikings number 5, Maddox Hoagland.
Yeah,
he'll probably be heading to the bench.
Yeah, looks like Vinny Genema's going to come back in for him, which Vinny's had a pretty good game tonight. He's been active on defense, and they need him to continue to do that. Cadillac doesn't have to panic. They're still up 10, and
a lot of time to play. Yep.
They only had a 13-point lead, so it's not like they're coming directly back. but they do have to take care of the basketball.
Whitmore goes 1 for 2. Cale Mickelson with a big, strong rebound in there. This is Baker up top. And another turnover. Wilson kicks it over to Dan Culp. He puts it in and is fouled. Nice unselfish play by Wilson right there.
Yeah, unfortunately turnovers lead to points like that, and Cadillac had an untimely one there, so they're 8-point lead right now with 4:50 left, and they're gonna be in a fight here.
Culp, who had just 2 points in the first half, has 6, looking to make it 7 right here in the second half. He drains that one. And that is 6 points in a row to start the quarter. We're going to take a timeout. While we're in this timeout, why don't we mention a little bit more again about this Friday night and what's going on here at Cadillac High School?
Yeah, so the schools are handing out little tickets for the kids, and that gets them a free raffle when they get here. I think the first 200 and some kids get a T-shirt. There's a poster autograph session, free popcorn, free admissions to the game, and should be a pretty fun night.
Yeah, the Vikings will be hosting TC Central that night, and along with that is the Hall of Fame introduction. Jason, you want to go over those names again for us?
So there's going to be 5 athletes inducted on Friday: Morgan Kelly and Katie Bergman for tennis, Riley Norman, Aaron Hodges for track, and then Roger Hopkins is also going to be inducted as a coach. You know, TC Central is a pretty good team. They're 10-4, and they're second place in the Big North behind Petoskey right now. So Cadillac's got a pretty big week of
Big North they have
matchups.
a tough week. Now, good to see Riley Norman getting, his Hall of Fame honors here. I know his mom should get Hall of Fame honors for making cookies. She makes cookies, Jason, called monster cookies that are huge and out of this world. Maybe she'll bring us some Friday night. And that is going to be Joel Wilson. I think that will be his 4th foul all here in this half, Jason. Unfortunate one for him right there.
Well, he might think it's a cheap one, but got Keegan right in the face.
Yep,
so.
That's a good call.
Yep. And Cadillac, they're 2 away from the bonus, just like Petoskey is. Got to take care of it.
Vikings a little sloppy, but Cale Mickelson toughens up and grabs that. And we've got a foul by Mann. And that is the 6th-team foul, Mann's 3rd. Next one will put the Vikings at the line. I would consider this a good possession whether the Vikings score or not, as they picked up 2 fouls against Petoskey. Certainly they want to score also.
Yeah, that's the key right now. Be strong with the basketball, take good shots.
Brooks kicks it over to Mickelson. This is Baker. He's going to penetrate all the way. Nice head fake inside. Genema is just a little bit off on that shot. This is Wilson. He's playing with 4 fouls. He finds Kingma. Kingma is being guarded by Vinny Genema at the top of the key here with 4 minutes to go. The Vikings with a 7-point lead. And
he did step down the line.
Stepped on the line. We're right on it from our view up here. Turnover to Petoskey. Vikings with a 7-point lead here.
There's not much.
The intensity's heating up a little.
There's not much we miss up here, So Petoskey's going to come out in a full court man-to-man press here, try to get some quick buckets, but good job by Cadillac.
Spatafor's on Benson right there. Benson's going to go to the basket, and he picks up a foul right there. I think that's on the shot, so it might be 2 here. We'll see what the call is.
2 shots.
2 shots. That was the 7th-team foul, but Cooper was in the act of shooting.
Yep, good job by Cooper taking it. When they spread out like that, there's a lot of room to operate, and now we just got to make free throws, which we haven't done in the past. So that's a great shot by Cooper. Looks like number 44, Jacob Lee, a 6'5" senior, checking in the game.
Benson gets the second one here. He goes 2 for 2. Lead back up to 9. Comes Kingma with the ball. Petoskey gets into their offensive sets.
Ooh,
He traveled.
He did.
Yep, he did.
So with 3:36 left, Cadillac's got a 9-point lead, 39-30.
Back-to-back turnovers the last 2 possessions by Petoskey. Nice job by Tip Baker on the defensive effort right there to draw that traveling call.
Good job by Cooper Benson coming back to the ball on that. And there's been a couple times I was worried they're going to get inbounds, but
that goes off of Mickelson's foot, and it off to the races goes Culp. He lays it in, and we got a timeout call, Jason. That'll cut the lead to 39-32.
Those are killer points right there, where you basically just turn it over and give them a layup. You know, if anything, Cadillac needs to just take a minute off the clock every possession.
Yep. Step to the free throw line, make free throws. So they still maintain a good 7-point lead. We want to remind everybody that we will be back here Friday night for boys basketball action. Thursday night, the 26 Sports and CCTV crew will be here. Jay Simons will be in. Cadillac girls. And then I believe tomorrow night the boys hockey team is home. Yep. So a lot of basketball and hockey here.
Real quick before we get the ball in play, our sponsors tonight are Cadillac Castings, Cadillac Tire, Napa with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, Big Rapids, Assist to Sell, and Pizza Plus.
Yeah, and all those things this week are brought to you by all those sponsors. So if you're out in the area and you're stopping into one of these businesses or you're just driving by, stop in and just tell them thanks.
While we were talking there, Seth Mann picked up his 4th foul on the inbounds play, and Tip Baker's going to go to the line to shoot 1-1, I believe. Cadillac's only got 2 points this quarter, and they've been on free throws.
That one is just a little bit off. This is Mann with the ball. He is guarded by Keegan Brooks. Petoskey swings it around the outside and looks for Culp inside. And kind of a tough pass. Joel Wilson made a nice catch on that. And I think he saw the referee out of the corner of his eye and tossed it over that way. That's probably a good no call right there. The Vikings would rather eat up the clock a little bit anyway. We've got a 30-second timeout. As you see, great hustle right there by Tip Baker.
You know, that's an unforced error, though, that they can do. Up by 7 with under 3 minutes.
When you talk about the height of Petoskey in the defensive positioning, you also see the long arms of them, and that's some tough spots to get some passes through. Yeah,
and that's even more reason to keep the ball in your ball handler's hand, dribble. But it's easy for us to say up here. I mean, I know they're coming at them and they're pressuring them a little bit, but it's almost like we're panicking a little bit.
Yeah, the Vikings look a little nervous right now. They're not playing comfortable with the lead. They've had a couple of big leads as of late. 20-point lead a few weeks ago to Big Rapids. Big Rapids came back and won that one.
Yep.
And then the game when Benson hit the 3
Gaylord.
at the buzzer.
Gaylord.
At Gaylord, they had a big lead in that one and were able to hold on to that win. We'll see how they do here in the last 2:44, up by 7. That's a tough spot to be for Benson. He does get out of the corner.
Yeah, he gets bailed out a little bit on a foul with Jacob Lee.
So Cooper will step to the line.
It's Jacob Lee's first foul.
He was 2 for 2 a couple of minutes ago. That is the 9th team foul on Petoskey, so the Vikings will shoot 2 the rest of the way.
Kind of a late call on Caleb.
Yeah, that was a late call. I think if Petoskey had maintained control, they probably would not have got that call. But as it was going out of bounds off of them, I think it might be the right call. It's only the 6th team foul on the Vikings, so they get to jump back in their strong man-to-man defense. As we see Gabe Whitmore checking in.
Well, the important thing is for Cadillac right now is they got 2:37 left. They can't worry about a foul call that maybe should have went the other way, maybe not. But play defense, most importantly, rebound the basketball.
Kingma guarded by Genema. Gets a high screen from, you know about travel right there, huh? How about Cooper Benson on that one?
Yep,
gets right around Culp. Doesn't get the steal, but his teammate does. You mentioned a while ago you thought he was playing a very strong game defensively.
Yep. Hey, once again, though, Cadillac.
Both teams are really struggling right now.
15-second possession, and then we throw it out of bounds without a shot chance.
We've got a timeout, a 30-second timeout.
That's why Coach Bensberg shaves his head on those plays.
So, Jason, since the 4-minute mark of this game, the Vikings are 2 for 4 from the free throw line and 2 misses where front end's a 1-1, and they have 3 turnovers.
And they've scored 2 points in this quarter right here. You know, they put up 16 in the second, 13 in the third, and then they come out and kind of go to their prevent defense. And
fortunately for them, Petoskey, other than the start of this quarter, they really haven't taken advantage or climbed back in any closer than 7 that they're down right now.
No, they're just as bad. They're turning it over right and left too. I think they want to get it down to Nope, but Cooper's doing a great job fronting him, and they've taken him out of the game.
Yeah. He's been a little stronger in this quarter. We'll see what Petoskey comes up to out of that timeout. Kingma. Vikings went to the zone on this. Threw him off again, I think.
They're going to have to watch out for Culp.
Good backdoor cut. Nice pass from Mann to Culp, and he steals it right back. That's Kingma underneath, and Culp's going to get another one. 4 quick points in a row.
So, minute 46 left, and Cadillac's up 39-36 with the ball. And they're gonna have to earn it here tonight.
So Dan Culp, who had just 2 points in the first half action, has come up with 13 here in the second half. We see strong half action from him. See why he's one of the leading scorers in the area.
Yeah, Cadillac.
So we've now gone to what have we gone here?
I think Coach Bensberg thought it was a 30-second timeout, and maybe they got another one here.
So they've reset that timeout right now.
It's going to be a full timeout.
So, the Vikings having a hard time playing with the lead so far this year. Coach Bensberg, no matter the results of this one, won't be pleased with how things are going, but this is the kind of stuff that it's good to go through now.
Yep.
As you get into tournament play, you will definitely see it. But
the thing is with Cadillac is they have 3 or 4 fairly good ball handlers
and a lot of senior and varsity playing experience.
Senior varsity. I mean, a lot of these guys have been here since the sophomore year. And they just need to take care of the basketball. Whoever it is, whether it's Tip, Keegan, Cooper. Take care of it.
Keegan Brooks is going to bring the ball down the floor. Petoskey stays in there man-to-man. Baker's going to penetrate and forces up a quick shot again. Back comes Petoskey. This is Mann with a shot to tie it, and it's off. He hesitated a little bit on that. He didn't look confident on that shot, but they get the rebound. I had a good angle, and he just didn't go up strong on that shot, Jason, like you'd expect from a guy that's scoring 16 a game.
Yep, Cadillac's back to their man-to-man, which has served him well all game.
Good help defense inside right there. And we got a foul, almost a jump ball call.
It's going to be 1-1, which might not be a bad,
Yeah, it is a 1-1, as that is just the 7th team foul.
He makes it. There's a minute left. Cadillac's up by 1. I mean, in high school, you should be able to play for a minute.
Seth Mann is 2 for 2 from the line this half.
He missed it.
He's short on that one.
That's hard
Big
for
break.
Petoskey. Yeah, huge break. Now Petoskey's going to have to foul.
We got a holding call by Kingma. We'll send Keegan Brooks to the line with 48 seconds to play, and for the Vikings, they shoot 2 now.
They do. Keegan should just step back a little bit and ask if he can shoot threes.
Yeah, he had a heck of a second quarter there from the three-point line.
Yep,
actually a whole first half.
He's hit 5 threes tonight, but just needs to step up and knock these down.
That one looks good.
So important for Cadillac to get back on defense, not give up an easy bucket, not foul.
And not
especially.
foul.
Yep.
Like to see him pick up a little bit here just to slow Petoskey down the floor. They kind of do that as they meet him at half court here.
You know, in the Big Rapids game, they had 2 fouls on three-pointers where they
Mann with a nice basket inside. But Petoskey does not get closer than 3. Baker in the corner. He does a nice job of being patient right there. The Vikings call a timeout. They are up 41-38 with 27 seconds to play, Jason.
So the ball's going to be placed out here on the sideline here. Cadillac's going to set up an inbounds play. They're up by 3 right now with 27 seconds. Petoskey obviously is going to go for the steal. If they don't get it on a quick steal, they'll foul probably. And Cadillac just needs to take care of the ball and make free throws.
Take care of the ball, make some free throws, and the game should be theirs, but anything can happen.
These are 17-year-old kids, though, too. So
Absolutely. You know, if the Vikings do come away with this win, Jason, that'll make things very interesting in the Big North, as Petoskey will have had, if they lose tonight, their first loss.
So
there's a handful of teams with just 2.
Yeah, they'll be 6-1, and Cadillac would be 4-2. With Traverse City Central coming here on Friday.
And Central is 4-2 right now, and we're not sure if they're playing tonight. So who would you want to step to the line right here? Keegan Brooks just made 2. I think I'd want to try to get him the ball.
I would keep it in Keegan's hand, Tip's hand.
Tip, maybe Mickelson. Cooper Benson, any one of the Vikings. 5 out on the floor right now are pretty solid from the free throw line, but it's always a little harder in a big rivalry game like this. This is Benson. He's got the ball.
Had a little mix-up on the inbounds there.
Nice job of being patient. I'm surprised Petoskey's letting them hold on to it this long.
Yeah,
they've killed out 15,
right
16 seconds. Okay, there is the foul.
And
oh, my gosh. What was it, 27? They let 19 seconds go.
It was 19 seconds, and, you make one free throw, the game's over.
Nice job by the Vikings right there, not hurrying anything. So Brooks will go to the line. He will shoot 2 more. He just made his last 2 there a minute ago. Makes that one. That's the biggie right there.
Yep, so Keegan's made 4 free throws, I think, this quarter. And
3 in a row here in the last minute of play.
Up by 4. Biggest thing is don't foul it. And honestly, if it's under 5 seconds, they don't even have to take it in bounds.
Yeah. This is Kingma as the countdown is beginning from the student section. That shot is off by Mann. Brooks gets a rebound with a big smile on his face. And the Vikings are going to come away with a hard-fought 43-38 victory here tonight over the previously unbeaten in Big North Conference play, Petoskey Norsemen.
If I told you we scored 6 points in the fourth quarter and won by 5, would you believe me?
I would not have believed you. So we're going to take a short break, everybody. Jason and I will be back with post-game wrap-up here on 26 Sports and CCTV.